Sometimes people walk into your life and they give you this much love. And after a while, they'll give you this much love. And you can clearly see that the quantity is less and you can clearly feel it. But sometimes when it happens gradually, you can't really tell the difference between something that was so huge that eventually started getting smaller and smaller and smaller. When brands do that, we call that shrinkflation, because they're basically charging you the same price for less quantity. It's like buying a bag of chips that looks like it's the same size, but it has less inside of it, but it's the same price. Sometimes people will walk into your life and give you this much love, and there are so many strings attached that you only discover after a while. The price of actually getting this love entails maybe hidden fees that you didn't know about, just like certain brands do that as well. When you're at the checkout, the price was $20, and the moment you get to the final screen, there's this fee and that fee, and all of a sudden you're paying $30 or $40. Just like brands do that, people do that as well. Sometimes people walk into your life and they give you this much love. And over time, they realize how desperate for love you are and how used to a little tiny bit of love you are. So over time, they start charging you more for less because they know you absolutely need that love. So they will still expect from you the same amount of whatever it is that you are giving them, the love, the care, the respect, the kindness, the compassion. But they're giving you a less amount because they know how in need you are. So it's like they're hiking up their prices for something that they used to charge you so much less for. Brands do that, and it's called dynamic pricing. Uber, for example, has been caught charging extra when it's raining because they know that person is desperate for a ride. Sometimes people walk into your life and they offer you this huge quality of love. You get absolutely everything that you want, and it's magical, and it's all super quality stuff. And then over time, you start noticing that the quality of the love that you're getting, even though it looks like it's the same amount of love, the quality is different. Brands do that where they change the ingredients that they're using for the same product, and they try to get it for the same price from you so that they're still making money for using less quality ingredients while you think, oh, I'm getting the same thing, but really you're not. That's called skimpflation. In relationships, you might call it the nature of how relationships go, or what happens once you really start discovering who people really are, or people pretending to be someone that they're not, whatever it is that you want to call it. Now, should you find yourself in this kind of situation in your love life, in any of those scenarios that I gave you, what's the solution? I think the number one most important thing is expecting transparency from the people that are in your life, and also being transparent with them about you and who you are and what you're willing to offer from the beginning. And if that doesn't work, it doesn't mean that you start playing games. You have to be transparent. Just like the use of these tactics within certain brands might really anger you and bother you, and you might say, I expect transparency and to have a fair economy for everybody. You're gonna have to express that same kind of anger and need for transparency in your personal relationship. Now, you might find certain resources when it comes to brands and the tactics they use for their pricing, like the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau that has cracked down on junk fees by airlines and banks and credit card companies, the Federal Trade Commission, the Antitrust Division of the Justice Department. So if you were to think in your personal life, what kind of resources do you have to be able to hold people accountable? Number one is your boundaries. Number two is your authenticity, your willingness to express yourself, and when you sense that something is off, to actually say it. And if you feel like you're not safe in expressing yourself and your emotions and your needs, then maybe that's something that you don't want in your life. I hope this video gave you a different view on how certain tactics of taking advantage of people are not so niche. Like, you can apply them to so many different areas of our lives. And with awareness and with demanding transparency, we can really change things, not just for ourselves, but for everyone around us and for future generations. Have a lovely day.